It's a beautiful morning, but it's going to be extremely hot today. So, I fancy a coffee at the beach. But I fancy it being a really remote beach. Let's see if we can make that happen. So about half an hour due south from where I live is the little town of Woodburn, which was pretty much almost completely destroyed by the floods. A year later, it's still trying to come back. I think the service station I filled up at 2 days before the flood is still not reopened. But anyway, I digress. It's the little town of Woodburn, half an hour south, still on a very busy route. Can't see how I'm going to get to a remote beach from here, or can I? Now, just a few kilometers south of here is the intersection with the M1 highway. So when you get to this intersection, instead of taking the Pacific Highway, you take this road. It takes you through Bundjalung National Park to Black Rock's camping area, which really is very remote. I haven't been down here for many years. I don't think I've ever been down on the bike, and maybe only once in the car. So yeah, I feel like it's time to go exploring down here. Have a nice coffee on a very remote beach. Let's get going, guys. It's going to be awesome. The Gap Road. We go through the Gap. Something called the Gap. Mind the Gap. Oh wow. Well, my memory told me this was dirt from here. I'm sure it will be a little further on. It really is beautiful. Over there is Airoh Nature Reserve, where wifey and I go a lot. Just over there, towards the coast, back up towards Evans Head. Massive nature reserve. There we go. Wow, my memories of last time I did this in the car was it was a really rough road. But the way things go with the people wanting access to national parks more and more, it probably has been cleaned up a lot. We shall find out. I reckon it must be somewhere between 5 and 10 years ago that I came down here. Yeah, it's getting a bit rougher, a bit rubbly and not exactly smooth. Which is alright still. A lot worse than this from memory. There are many other trails that go off this road. Luckily it's pretty obvious which road you're on this one, but yeah, you could get, well, I could get easily lost if I went on a bit of exploring. Not sure there's any point, they're all kind of short dead ends. Although I did notice there might be a way through from here to Serendipity Road, where Paul and I had a little sneaky look one day. Anyway, today I just want to have that coffee on a remote beach. Jesus Christ, that's got fucking rough now. It's very rocky, like the surface itself is just jagged rocks. Bloody hell. Yeah, that's more like what I remember. Corrugated to shit and rocky and just no giving it. Alright, 10 kilometers to Black Rock's Campground. How you going there? Bike, anything major falling off? All good, are we? Have to check because I only just serviced it, only just put the back wheel back on with the new tyre. Oh yep, new Shinko 705. First ride was yesterday, just rode out to Nicole's mum's place. Oh, we're looking alright, I think. Very nasty bit of road. Okay. Alright. I'm guessing we're in the national park now. Speed limit of 60. That corrugated hard surface is hard going. Can't really see the potholes in this kind of dappled light. Or at least, well, the surface keeps changing. I was going to say at least the surface got a bit better, but then it gets better, it gets worse. Shaking the shit out of everything. Better, a little softer bit. Nope, nope, corrugations. Keep an eye out behind me for some four-wheel driver coming flying up. Disapproving of my careful riding. My sense that there might be other people who want to use this road as well, like this person. Hello. Thank you. Well, I probably said before, I do love national parks. I just love how it's native environment. Generally, at least pretty close to how it should be. Usually, they get rid of invasive weeds. Jeez, they're corrugations. And it's just natives that are growing, which just supports a whole ecosystem. And is supported by a whole ecosystem. As should we be. It's sometimes fun to try and find what's the least damaging speed over corrugations. Sometimes faster is better. But you gotta be careful because then you get some just horrific ones where no speed is good. Oh my god. Hey! Hey! Oh, she looks pretty busy. But it's a Sunday morning. People will be leaving. Not for another hour or two. does look like a spot where I can stop and have my coffee at least. I can hear the sea. Anyway, we'll have that coffee and maybe try a walk to the sea. Some of those little quails there. So not far from the campsites is a little walk to the beach. So none of the campsites seem to be with a view of the sea. They've all got this protective line of scrub between the beach and the campground. But as you continue along, here you'll finally come out at some sort of beach, I imagine, and that's what it's looking like. Well now. So up that way eventually is Evans Head, and down that way is Yamba. Might have to go down there and have a wee look. Wow, this is pretty cool. That's what they call coffee rock. It's everything from sand through to rock and various consistencies in between, with this brown colour, which I think is coloured by the tea tree from the paperbacks. But how's this for a beach? As you can see by my standards, it's crowded. I can see some people on it. But yeah, large dunes, lots of beach. There'll be rock pools for the kids to play in. This is pretty lovely. Oh yeah. Nice. Alright, time to go. Had a lovely coffee, had a walk around the campground. It's yeah, it's alright. Good place to come for a bit of remote peace and quiet. But yeah, you're not going to find a site with a view of the ocean. Down the end here, there were some sites that are a little bit of a walk in, not very far at all, but were a bit prettier, not quite so square and regimented as these ones. So you know, that could be the go. So you may or may not be wondering why there's no vision here from my signature rear camera. Well, that is another story, and I'll explain all in the next video. Hope I'll catch you all on that one. In the meantime, thanks for watching, be safe and be happy.